I love this festival. I love Bucharest. I love to be back here, and I'm very honored to open this year this new festival and the first concert of Cristian Marcellau as artistic director. So it's a real joy, and it's the first time for me also with the George Enescu Philharmonic Orchestra. So lots of premieres, but always such a great pleasure to be here with the Romanian audience. Of course, you think about it and you think, wow, it's a big responsibility because now you open the new festival, and but the answer is that the main reason we are here is the music. So we should only think about the music. It's one of the greatest, if not the greatest, cello concerto. It's a concerto. It's the concerto I played the most. But every time I learn so much, and it's fascinating with music, and a little bit frightening sometimes to know that a life will not be enough to explore everything we can in the music. And even with a piece such as Dvorak, which is a piece among the pieces I know the most, but every time I learn so much, I discover, I try, you explore, and every collaboration also brings you new enlightenment of the piece. And so it's absolutely fascinating. Actually, I didn't count, but yeah, since 10, 12 years, I've been every festival, yeah, every 2 years. So at least six, 7 times maybe. Yeah, it's a very unique festival. It's one of among the internationally the greatest festival, I think. I was just looking at the brochure before the concert, and the program is really stunning with so many great artists coming, visiting orchestras, and also very different in the general picture. So I think it's a beautiful programmation. But you know, Romania and France always had this close relationship. I think George Enescu and Cristian Marcellau are two great examples of this relationship. We're very happy in France to have Christian as the musical director of Orchestre National de France. I know they're coming here also. So for me as French, it's of course a great pleasure always to come back and visit the festival.
How was the concert tonight? The public, they called you back on stage like many times.
I can feel that the audience has been waiting for the new festival for 2 years, and this is actually, you know, it creates expectations, and you can feel for us musicians, of course we are on stage, we play for the audience, but it's really a musical journey we're doing together with the audience. And when you can feel an audience which is so enthusiastic and here for the music, then of course you want to give your best in a way. You really want to be with everybody and to feel those emotions in the music. So a great audience, full hall, and I think it's going to be a great edition.
Do you remember your first contact with George Enescu's music?
I remember a few of them. I remember actually last time when I played his cello symphony, Sinfonia Concertante, with Semyon Bishkov and Munich Philharmonic. It was a couple of years ago, and it's a great piece. There are some amazing moments in his music, and also once again you feel this relationship also to France, because of course France was very dear in his heart, and it's very special music. First of all, you have to, of course, to dive into the world of a composer, specific time and culture. Then, of course, as a string player, you can see that he feels, of course, the strings and this emotion in the strings and in the sound, very much so. For me as a cellist, it's of course very special. I think more than ever we need the art. We need the art to unite people. I think the art and the culture is as a universal language and is a way to unite people. So I think more than ever we need the music, we need culture. Then I think we live also in the 21st century. I think classical music will always be there. It has always been there. Everything comes from the classical music. All the modern music comes somehow from the classical music. So I'm not at all worried, because I know classical music will always be there. But I think we should also think about how to include this classical music in the 21st century. And I think there's still things we can explore always, and especially with the younger generation. I've been very much involved into education and transmission now since more than 15 years. I think it's extremely important. I was lucky also to be helped when I was younger, and I think, you know, it's the cycle of life. At a certain point in your life, you also need to help the younger ones, and this is something I've done in the past 15 years. More recently, with the COVID, I noticed that it was, of course, difficult for many people. It was also very difficult for all the artists, because all the concert halls were closed. But it was especially difficult also for the young generation. And, you know, specifically between 18 and 25 years old, when you finish your studies, or you're still studying, but you start to enter this professional classical world. What was difficult before the COVID became extremely difficult, and therefore I decided to create and to launch my own foundation, Fondation Gautier Capuçon. So it's really to help exactly those young people between 18 and 25, string players, violin, viola, cello, and pianists. We give scholarships to help them to pursue their studies, which I think it's very important. Then the second action is to help them to go on stage, and we create partnerships with festivals and with concert halls. And I would be very happy, of course, to create a partnership with NSQ Festival to help them to play. And the third action is we make a recording every year with Warner Classics. So we edited already 2 recordings from those young talents. We have 11 young musicians from the first promotion, so in year 2022, and this year 2023 we have seven young musicians, and they're very gifted. And I think music is generous. I think music is about sharing, and when you share, it's generosity. I think music is about sharing emotions, our own emotion. When we play, when we feel the music, we feel a composer, but the emotions also of a concert all together with the audience. And I think this is extremely powerful. Once again, when you feel a concert hall like this, who's been waiting for 2 years for a concert, and so much enthusiasm, and ready really to take this musical journey with the artist on stage, I think there is nothing more beautiful. And this is generosity all together through the music. So I think it's very important. It's generosity also to the younger ones, to the young generation. I'm involved, of course, with this 18-25 years old through my foundation, but also with small kids in France, which is called Orchestre à l'école, which is a great association who brings music into school. Right now, we have more than 42,000 kids in France following this program, which is quite amazing. And of course, they learn to play an instrument. Most of them are not going to be professional musicians, and that's not the purpose of this project. It's more about society, and I think it's extremely important. I think we all need the music in our life. We all need art and culture. And I think when you're privileged to have such a beautiful festival in your country and in your town, I think we should all cherish that and take care of it and support it.